Welcome everyone to the Daniel M. Saroff Planetarium at the Milwaukee Public Museum and our show, Halloween Stargazing. Thanks for tuning in. You never know what you might see in the Halloween sky this October. As the sun sets in the western sky, a big galactic thank you to all museum members. Your support is essential in our educational programs. We're going to settle in here at 6:45, about 45 minutes after sunset. Look for Jupiter and Saturn low in the south sky, and these two planets are getting very close together. In fact, on December 21st, they're going to appear as one in the sky. Jupiter will eclipse Saturn. They haven't been this close in 400 years. Speaking of close, here's big Jupiter taken by the Juno spacecraft. That's not a black eye looking at you. That is a shadow of the moon Io. And here is glorious Saturn. Beautiful. The rings, they look solid in all the photographs, but they're comprised of millions of these little icy boulders. They're like little moons that orbit the planet Saturn. Over in the eastern sky is the red planet Mars. Very bright right now. Won't be this bright again until the year 2035. Mars is best described as a cold desert. Average temperature about 70 degrees below zero. We have another spaceship on the way there. It's called Perseverance. It's going to land like Curiosity here in mid-February 2021. So cross your fingers, everyone, for a safe landing on the red planet. A sign of the changing seasons in the night sky, besides the longer nights, is losing Scorpius the Scorpion over in the southwest sky. By the way, that red star near the moon, that's Antares, a red giant star, means rival of Mars. The sign of autumn is the great square of Pegasus, or the upside-down, rear-endless flying horse. What a constellation. But it marks fall in the autumn sky. High overhead is the summer triangle. Actually, those three bright stars mark separate constellations. Down up to the north there is part of the Northern Cross, or Cygnus the Swan. And in the neck of the Swan, about 50 years ago, we discovered the first black hole, and here's the first picture of a black hole. A black hole is where gravity is so strong, not even light can escape. How do we detect it? Well, stuff gets really, really hot as it swirls around the black hole near the speed of light. Stuff bounces into each other and produces those X-ray jets. And we can detect that with our X-ray telescopes. So what resembles a black hole in the Halloween sky that will suck in anything that gets nearby? A vampire. It'll suck your blood if you get too close. Next up, over in the northwest sky, we have the Big Dipper stars. And it's getting rather low this time of year, but you should be able to spot it, again, amongst the city lights. Remember to follow the arc or the handle of the Big Dipper to that bright star low in the west. That's Arcturus, arc to Arcturus. And then you take the front two stars of the Dipper's bowl and you point to Polaris. And if you keep going, you'll meet a zigzag of stars called Cassiopeia the Queen. Or sometimes we just call it the letter W, or Wisconsin. Next up, folks, we're going to take you to Halloween night here. Remember, we started out here on October 19th, about 45 minutes after sunset. We jumped quickly to the 20th, 21st. Now watch next week. We're going to be past Jupiter and then Saturn on the 22nd and 23rd. But let's keep going all the way to Halloween here. And you'll see the moon phase getting bigger here. They call that a waxing gibbous. Passing Mars on Thursday, October 29th. And then on Halloween, a second full moon in the same month. We call that a blue moon. Not that the moon will turn blue or anything, but you might see a purple witch flying across the sky. All right, everyone, we're going to take you out to a darker sky, head out to the country or a park somewhere, and look at all those stars, the Milky Way, even shooting stars or meteors. You can see meteors most every clear night. Usually you see one every 10-15 minutes, so a bit exaggerated here, but they're just wonderful. Lie in a blanket or lawn chair and look up and count the shooting stars. Another beautiful sight, if you're lucky, because they're very rare, is the aurora borealis, or the northern lights. This is electricity in our atmosphere. It's caused by sun particles getting deflected by the magnetic field, but then spiraling in at the magnetic poles, slamming into the atmosphere and lighting up the oxygen and nitrogen atoms. Let's look at some constellations you may be familiar with. These are the zodiac constellations. They represent the path of the sun, moon, and planets through the stars. We're going to take a look at a deep sky object here in Taurus the Bull, right at the tip of one of the horns there. This is M1, or the Crab Nebula. It's a supernova remnant from a star that exploded over 1,000 years ago. Here's a 3D journey through the Crab Nebula, and inside you'll see a blinking pulsar. This is a star giving out very hot radiation and spinning rapidly. The pulsar represents a dead star, but it's still alive, right? So what does that represent in the Halloween sky? Well, the zombie. Are they dead or alive? Or both? When we see nebulae in the night sky with smaller, big telescopes, they often look like a ghost. In fact, there's one nebula that is called the Ghost Nebula. Do you see any? Here's another one, the Witchhead Nebula, lit up by a hot blue star called Rigel. And sometimes they're red, like the Red Spider Nebula. Red usually means hydrogen. And last but not least, look out, this is the Helix Nebula, a star near the end of its life that looks like Mike Wazowski. You can make up constellations out of nebulae. Hang on everyone, as we're going to spin the earth a bit faster here on a Halloween night, going from about 9 o'clock to midnight to hear a scary ghost story. And it's high above the moon there in the constellation of Perseus the Prince. And look out, he's carrying the head of Medusa. People long ago noticed the star changing its brightness about every 3 days. That was Elgo. And that was kind of scary to them, kind of spooky. Elgo means the ghoul, or the demon star. Look out everyone, we're going to spin the earth rather quickly here and take you to a morning sky. And remember, on Halloween night, fall back. Sunrise is going to be earlier, about 6:30, and this is about a 5:30 sky. Look for Venus, kind of low in the southeast sky, but very bright. And up close, Venus is kind of scary because it's crazy hot. Temperatures here swell to 900 degrees. But gorgeous to look at. Over in the southwest, we have Orion and Neptune. And remember, take its belt stars down to Sirius, the dog star, and his shoulder stars, Bellatrix and Betelgeuse, to Procyon, the little dog star, Canis Major and Canis Minor. These represent just a small fraction of the 88 constellations in the night sky. Meanwhile, look up on an October night, Halloween night. You never know what you might see in the night sky. There's our sun back in the sky. Thanks for viewing, everyone. Thank you to all you museum members out there. Your support is greatly appreciated. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time under the stars. Happy Halloween, everyone.